Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Behind me is a 2023 Newmar Dutch Star. It's a 4370. Sorry, a little windy today. So we're gonna go ahead and breeze through the outside. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns more about the outside, because I may have missed something, you can go ahead and contact. All my information will be below, but let's go ahead and get right into this. Alrighty, for our mirrors up here, they are nice and heated, which is perfect for cold temperatures and fogging up. The nice Newmar grab rail with the doorbell and keypad sensor, so you can unlock and lock your door. We got our Michelin tires. They're the 365/70R to 2.5, and it is the XCA series. As far as we have a custom special paint here on the exterior of the coach, so it's always nice to kind of point that out. It makes it a little bit more exciting, just because it lessens the chances of you seeing a doppelganger while you're going down the road. But right here in our first bay, we have some charging to the right side. So if you wanted to plug anything in the charge exterior, you have that option. And then in our second bay here, we did upgrade these to the manual slide trays, so you can access them on either side. And then you can see the all steel infrastructure here, which is the Star Foundation for Newmar. So it stands for strong, true, and robust. As you can tell too, it is not tied up to the chassis rails. It still has some flex up in here. So it's gonna help with the wear and tear, not only for those chassis rails, but also for the interior of the coach. You won't have to worry about as much squeaks, squeals going down the road, and it just helps with the longevity of the coach as well. We have some more slide out trays here and some extra tile, but that does tie into the Star Foundation as well, keeping it nice and robust. You don't have to worry about any of the tiles cracking. Whoop. And then in our and then we have our TV up here, sorry that I opened. So we have the Samsung with our Bose surround sound, and then we do have some charging capabilities inside of here as well. In our bay, we have our road vac with all the appliances down there below, and another tray. And this one, we just have the cork board, so you can kind of get creative for your storage purposes inside here, but perfect for fluids or even more tools. So this is on a tag axle. It's gonna help you with, get you a better turning radius while you're going down the road, and then also just a better ride. Oops, this door closed. But we have our DEF fill right here, which is 15 gallons. And then we have our chassis batteries in this bay door right here with the chassis battery disconnects. Speaking of the chassis, for the Dutch Star, it comes standard with the Freightliner. So this one was upgraded to our Spartin K2 450 Cummins. And then you have 15,000 pound towing capacity. And then we have our tow brake and pin connector here for a tow vehicle already built in. And then of course our 2 cameras here. This is upgraded with the 360 camera as well. We have our side mount radiator, our second fill for that DEF tank. This is just a little compartment for your slinky, all the messy stuff you can kind of shove in there. And then now over here to our wet bay, we have our exterior shower, which is equipped with hot or cold water, and then our dumps for the gray, filter, and then we also have a hose, which is on manual pull electric reel. And then as far as the tank capacities, our gray is 75, black is 55, and our fresh is 105. Over here we have our 50 amp shore power cord with the surge guard protector. And then you have another option here to assemble a TV if you'd like on this side. Our Oasis Chinook hydronic heating system. And it's going to be for our hot water and our heat inside of the coach. And then just the other side of those bays we already kind of took a look at. Geez. So you kind of have the extra side over here for some more storage. the tray that is accessible on either side. And then we have our 8 AGM batteries for the house. And then we also did an upgrade of a 2,800 watt inverter instead of your standard 2,000. Here's our second fill. I forgot to point the other one on the other side, but it is 150 gallon diesel fuel that you could fill on either side of the coach. And then we just have all of our fuses here and some spare fuses, complimentary of Newmar. And then here is just to pop the hood for our generator, which we'll go ahead and take a look in a moment. So this is a diesel Onan generator, 10K. That is accessible in here. So you can turn it on and kind of see all your hours from out here, and then your windshield wiper fluid, all that good stuff. But you do have an extra light here as well in case you need to take a look at it in the middle of the night. Alrighty, and then if you're interested in this coach, the stock number is 5N220615. You can just go to our website, type that number in, and it'll take you directly to this coach with some additional pictures as well as the video. Alrighty, now that we did a little brief moment of the exterior, let's go ahead and take a look inside. Alrighty. So the one cool thing about this floor plan is just because it's kind of reversed. We have our kitchen on the driver's side, and then we have our booth and the couch on the opposite side there. So it kind of just opens it up in a different way, kind of a little bit more flip-flops. But I just wanted to kind of show you how much space you have in between when the slides are closed. So this floor plan is kind of cool because they have a lot of a lot of walking space. You don't really have to do the sideways shuffle at all. But we'll go ahead and get those slides open. Just so you can see how much it really does open everything up. But this is the Villa Comfort furniture. And then we have the interior color is the Bermuda glazed maple wood. And then we have the Bay Shore decor throughout the whole entire coach. We do have heated floors, the electric heat. And then our captain seats, we did the upgrade to, as well as to have that heated, which is perfect during the winter months for sure. Alrighty. And then we have our super polished solid surface countertops here with our farmhouse sink, which just kind of adds in a little bit more texture as far as a little bit more homey. And as this full wall slide comes out, I just wanted to point out that this is the first model where you get rid of the floor. You get more floors, so you get rid of that carpet. That's a big difference between the Ventana up to the Dutch Star. We'll just kind of let that go all the way down there. Slowly but surely, it's a little cold. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and open up this bedroom slide. All right. Slide on over here to the rear of the coach. This is a king bed. So you'll get that option on all floor plans in the Dutch Star. Perfect. Now we're completely open there. Let's go ahead and go over here to the master bedroom, bathroom, sorry. And I'll open up some of the storage here. And then you do have a safe over to the right of me, which is nice and out of the way. You can hide it pretty easily as well with some hanging clothes. So you got a lot of storage here. I love having the closet in the very rear of the coach just because it gives you the most storage. And then for the medicine cabinets, same deal there, but you have 2 charging options inside. And then I'll go ahead and Just turn on all the lights here so you can see how bright it is. And then some more storage below here. They do come out a little further. I was just obstructing the space there. So very deep. Soft close on all of the drawers throughout the coach. And then for our shower, we do have the shower miser inside here, so that kind of just refilters all the water until it gets to the temperature of your desire, so you don't have to worry about wasting any of that 105-gallon fresh tank capacity to be able to take a shower. So that's super awesome. We have the seat, and then you also have a little handle up here as well, just so you're not risking any slips or falls inside of the shower. Right over here, we have our washer and dryer. And then we have a nice little hidden pocket door here, just so you can give yourself some privacy whenever you are getting ready. And then there is a mirror on the opposite side of this door too, which is kind of cool. So when you're getting ready, you can kind of see a full body mirror. I'm gonna take these gloves off now because it's kind of hard to open things. All right. Now, up above the bed, we have some storage and 2 more charging as well. And then we have up above here some control panels for your lighting, as well as your, turn your accent lights off. So all lighting up there. On the opposite side, we have our Samsung TV with some more hanging storage. Alrighty. And I love this little counter space here. Super nice to kind of set out all your jewelry, or when you're getting everything unpacked. You can kind of set all the necessities there. A little charging station for any of your electronics, Apple Watch or anything like that. Perfect. All right, and now we'll go ahead and make our way into the half bath here. Have the lights already turned on, just so you can kind of see. I'll get in here so you can kind of get a better visual of the space inside here, and I can open up the storage. So we just have all of our breakers inside of here, and then you do have 2 more charging outlets up there, some storage, and then I'm going to block you, but you can't open the medicine cabinet, which looks as the same as the one in the master bath. And then you have quite a deep drawer here, and then some more directly underneath the sink, as well as those 2. Perfect. All right, here's our little control panel. Go through it fairly quickly. Here is the home page. It shows just an overview of everything, all of our tank capacities, how our charging is doing, both for the house and chassis. And then we have all of our lights right here. You have the master settings, so you could just, with one click of a button, everything will turn off or on. And then you can also do your TV lift here. We have the fans. So you have 3 fans, one in the kitchen, your mid-bath, and then the bathroom. Your heating and cooling. And then this is just an option, so you can go ahead and download an app, so you can go ahead and access those things from your phone. But I forget, you can't, you have to be near the coach. You can't be super far away. I forget exactly what the distance is, but if you are interested in knowing more information about that, I can kind of talk to you on the phone and go over that a little bit more in depth. But that's our little control panel there. Directly across from that, we have our storage here for our pantry, and all of them slide out. You just push it in to lock it, push it to unlock it. Super easy. Automatically lights up when you open the door, and it'll turn off when you close it. We have our Whirlpool fridge with a nice little lock mechanism down here, so you don't have to worry about it opening up while you're driving down the road. Then we just got some antifreeze in there. It's the winter months for us, making sure we're protecting all the coaches. And then right over here we have our Whirlpool convection microwave. Has all the appliances that it comes with for the convection part of the microwave. Our induction cooktop. Our induction cooktop is a 2-burner true induction, and on the other side here we have a nice little cutting board. Here is just some storage, all of our remotes inside of here. And then our dishwasher. Whoops, let's start down here at the bottom. More storage. And then our awning remotes are in here as well. Over here in the sink, kind of take those both off so you can kind of see how deep. You still have that little semi divider, which is super easy for that wash and rinse, especially since you're going to want to save your freshwater capacity again. Big storage area here. Alrighty, and directly over here we have our boot dinette. You can slide it out. Sorry, it is locked. I can't do it while I'm sitting down. But this just gives it more of like a homier feel to it because it's not the one that converts into a bed, so it's a lot more heavy duty. But you can go ahead and slide it out so you can easily sit up to 4 people. You have 2 extra chairs that are directly underneath the bed, so you can kind of get host a little bit more people inside of the coach if you'd like. And I love this additional counter space here just so you can kind of put some plants, customize the coach to make it feel more at home and more like you, just a little bit more comfortable. And then the windows all pop open here with a nice little screen. Just a twist. And then I'll go ahead and show you the storage above and below for the boot dinette. And then both of these do open for some additional storage here. All right. Sliding on over to the living area. Here is our storage up above, where you can put your receivers for the TV, which I'll go ahead and pop that up for you as well. Set up the TV lift. I love how the TV kind of just goes away by itself, out of sight, out of mind. So you can kind of open everything up. It's not obstructing any of your space. And this couch turns into a bed, so you could sleep up to 4 people. I'm sure you can get a little bit more creative if you needed to squeeze a few more people in. I just want to make sure okay, it did come out. All right. And then you'll just go ahead and fold this back piece down, which is all nice and cushiony. And then what I would do with these, because I'm always worried about where I'm going to store the cushions when I do fold it into a bed, so I would just personally put it back there. You don't have to worry about the pillow sliding back. And again, it's kind of just out of sight, out of mind. You don't have to have a designated spot for the big cushions when it is folded out to a bed. And then now I'll go ahead and just put it back. Oh, whoops. I always do that. You have to remember to put this side up. And then you can put it back. There we go. Make sure the legs went back in so I'm not stabbing it. There we go. And just prop the cushions back. They do have little Velcro strips, so they're just not sliding around everywhere. Makes it a little bit more comfortable when you do have people sitting there. All right. And directly across from that, you have the theater seats. They're very popular. They're nice and electric. So I was actually talking to some customers earlier, and I showed them this coach, and we're kind of going back and forth toggling between the theater seats and then just the regular seats that are the manual that kind of prop up. So one thing he pointed out to me, which is super cool about the electric, is no matter what station you're in, you can kind of keep it there because it's electric, which I didn't really think of that. And the other one, when it's manual, you only have really one position that you can sit in, or you're kind of fighting to keep it back. So the electric, he sold me on the electric theater seats. I mean, they're already very comfortable, but I thought that was interesting, but I never thought of that. And then of course inside here you have plenty of storage. You have a nice little shelf. So it's pretty much completely hollow with one little shelf here that you can slide back and forth, but pretty deep. And then of course little cords for the theater seating. And then this is how I did the TV lift. You can operate it up and down, and then you have your two lightings on this side as well. Alrighty, and as I know I mentioned before, we did the upgrade on both of these seats, so they do have heating. But we'll go ahead and I'll kind of show you the overview of another control panel that we have over here. So we have our awnings, our inverter, and then we have for our burner and AC for the Oasis, security lights, block heater, your interior step. So if you want it to stay out every single time you open that door, then you can go ahead and keep it in the up position as it is now. And then you have your exterior LED lights, our slide controllers right here, and this is our awning controller just for the entrance door. So you have the light switch on and off, or the in and out. Other than that, you'll use to get the bigger awnings out. You'll use that over there, or you can also use the remotes that they give you. All right, I'll go ahead and fire up the chassis so we can wake up this LED dash. All right, while that's waking up, I'll go ahead and just, over here we have our HWH computerized leveling. And then we just have our Allison transmission controllers right over here. Here is to turn on the heat for the mirrors. Our heating controller actually for the chairs is going to be located down here. As well as when you put it in the swivel motion, you do have the electric foot lift in it as well. You have your ATC override. This is just your window to open and close it. You have your tag dump, engine brake on or off, and you have 3 different stages for that engine brake: high, medium, and low. Our bright and dim for the lights, house or battery chassis boost, so either or. You can kind of give a pick-me-up on either side. You have a charging, wireless charging for your phone, some more lighting, your parking brake. Our LED dash up here, which I will go to the home. You can go ahead and see trips, settings, brightness, messages, all throughout there. And then of course set different controls for the cruise control. This has the mobile eye, which is the lane tracking system. Then it also has the collision mitigation, which also has the tracking or the following, where if you get too close, it'll kind of start slowing down for you. So it is fully equipped with all of the safety features. Right over here, I already have it on our 360 camera, which is another upgrade for this coach, which is awesome, and it also duals as a security system. You can go to the menu here, but this is where you can do your mobile eye controls as well, navigation, your Bluetooth, and the Sirius XM. Down here is just the heating and cooling, all of our visors, shades, dock lights, and variety of controllers down here. And then of course we have our 2 little storage compartments here, which are right next to you, that are easy to access while you're driving. Except the keys get in the way a little bit, but other than that, that's going to wrap up our 2023 Newmar Dutch Star, the 4370. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or would like to chat about any other Newmar product, I would be happy to help you guys out. You can contact me. My information is below at 970-388-7937. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and have a great day.